What's up, y'all? What is up? And welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica, but you can call me EJ. And y'all, I am back with another P Valley talk, and this is season 2, episode 6, the quick recap. Let's get into it. Now, y'all, before we go ahead and jump straight into the video, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to your girl channel. Now, this week's episode was heavy. I mean, it was a lot. It starts off with Diamond and Big Bone getting it on. I think a lot of us knew that this was going to happen. Unfortunately, Diamond was still has a thing for Keyshawn, and you can see this in this episode where he's seeing her face while he's, having relations with Big Bone. Now, your girl Big Bone is going to take quite an interest in that ring. Now, you guys remember that Diamond has the ring and he has the root work on the ring, basically trying to make sure that no hexes or anything happen. To him. So he's basically trying to protect himself and, of course, everyone else that was involved in that murder night situation. Now, when she first comes in, she gives this strange looks and she kind of looks over towards it. The camera kind of zooms in on it as well. And then she would actually ask Diamond about it later. She would ask him, she would try to touch it first, and then he would, basically stop her from touching it. And she just kind of makes this statement that, anybody like him shouldn't, she can't see somebody like him needing protection or whatnot. So anyway, Diamond is going to get a message that he needs to do some security at a spades tournament. Now, it turns out that spades tournament is going to be something that Roulette and Whisper have put together. Now, meanwhile, your boy Little Murda has put together a nice little celebration for your boy Teak with all the Hertz Village hustlers together, and they are celebrating and giving Teak his flowers. Now, he is going to end up giving Teak a car as well, just trying to, lighten up Teak's mood and make him feel better, because he's been in prison for quite a bit of time, and getting acclimated back into the regular world can be a pretty difficult situation for someone who's been away for that long. Teak, of course, is going to be emotional about the whole thing. And I think that this scene right here does kind of set us up for what would happen later, and just lets us know that Teak really was going through something. Now, meanwhile, your girl Autumn is going through it with these two, with Uncle Clifford and Big L. They are definitely waging war in the pettiest way possible. Big L done turned off the water, and of course, Uncle Clifford is here for it, and Autumn comes out and she is livid about this water situation. So anyway, Uncle Clifford is about to find out about Roulette and Whisper. They're throwing a spades tournament because these chicks are definitely trying to make sure that they can make some money while the Pynk is closed. So they have come up with this whole situation. Now, your boy Murda and Big Teak are at the barbershop, and Teak is getting ready. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get himself together, trying to get presentable, trying to look good, trying to enjoy, his day. And Murda is going to end up finding out about the situation with Rome from Mississippi. Now, she's going to try to tell him about the video, but she doesn't get a chance to do so because she's going to get interrupted by Derek. And I guess it's good to mention at this time right now that it definitely looks like your boy Derek has your girl Keyshawn locked up in the house. You can see the visible bruises from the last encounter that they had. Okay, y'all. So meanwhile, Mercedes is taking some groceries over to Shell's house for her and Terica. And your girl Shell is going through it. You know what I'm saying? She is still drinking. You can tell that not having a job is definitely a lot of pressure on her, and she does not know how to handle it, and she has turned to the bottle. It also seems like Mercedes knows a lot more about Terica's life than Shell does, because she mentions Kellen, and Shell has no idea who Kellen is. Now, they have a conversation, and Mercedes reminds her that she said that Terica was a mistake, and and she just doesn't remember it. You know, she's like, I would never do such a thing. I would never say that. And then I don't know if it dawns on her that maybe she does, because she kind of just breaks down crying. Mercedes tries to, at that moment, say, hey, I can take Terica off your hands. But of course, Shell is not trying to hear that, and instead just insults her even further. She does this quite a bit. She's always insulting Mercedes, and Mercedes always seems to take the high road when it comes to Shell throwing out these slugs at her. Okay, y'all. So meanwhile, the coach has called Mercedes, and he's ready to go ahead and get that Mercedes experience set up, because they got interrupted last time. And he says that his wife can't stop talking about it, and that, you know, she's never like this. So he really wants to get this done. And then Mercedes kind of frowns her face up, because she's like, you know, I just want it to be us. And then he says something else, you know, happy wife, happy life, or something like that. And she just kind of has this face of disgust on her, because it feels like she's way more interested in Farrah, you know, than what we might actually think. I think they have a really strong connection, and I think there's something there between them. But of course, her agreement is with the coach, and, you know, she is supposed to be there for him. So yeah, you already know how this about to go. Now, meanwhile, your boy Teak has taken your boy Lil Murda on a date-ish type of thing. They go to the wing house, and we get to learn a little bit more about Teak and Lil Murda and the relationship that they had while they were locked up. You get these little nuggets. And also in this moment, we also get, you know, to hear Teak ask Lil Murda about Uncle Cliff, and he really wants to understand, you know, what do you like about him, you know, and he asked him this. And I think it's at this moment that he also realizes that, you know, that Lil Murda has moved on, and there's not going to be anything between them. But this is a really good moment just to see the two of them kind of have this heart to heart and have this moment. And Big Teak lets him know that he's forgiven, because Lil Murda says, you know, I effed up, and he just tells him that he's forgiven. Okay, y'all. So meanwhile, your girl Keyshawn is definitely trying to break away from Derek. She grabs that gun that she got from Autumn Night on murder night, and she grabs the kids, and she packed up, and she is about to leave. Looks like she about to drive away in that same little Prius from back in the day that Derek had. Now, your girl Mississippi's face just lights up when she thinks that she is about to go. And it just almost feels like she has this sense of like freedom on her face. But then it's quickly depleted when she realizes that the car will not start. She looks in the trunk, and there he has disabled the car, you know, so she can't go anywhere. She is truly trapped in the house. So your boy Derek definitely has some psychopath tendencies on him. Meanwhile, Lil Murda and Teak are at the gas station, and this is when we realize that Teak really has been gone for a very long time, and he's trying to acclimate and learn this new world, to the point that Lil Murda has to show him how to use a credit card at the gas pump so that he can put gas into his new car. Also, your boy Murda's song with Tina Snow, who we haven't actually met fully just yet. We kind of saw her hand, but we haven't actually met her just yet, is playing on the radio. And let me tell you, if it's a hype man out there like Teak, like if you're gonna have a hype man, like this is the best type of hype man to have. Like Teak is really hyping this song up for him. Like he's really excited for his friend, you know, he's really excited for Lil Murda. But don't get it twisted, because your boy will flip really quickly when dude came up behind them honking the horn while they trying to celebrate, just rude as hell, and wanted them to move. Now, all these other cars around there, but you want this particular car to move, this particular car with all this red and green on it. Come on now, bruh. Do better. So, anywho, the girl that was in the car next to them asked Lil Murda to take some photos since he famous and all. And your boy Lil Murda wears famous pretty well. He was ready to go. Meanwhile, y'all, back at the Pynk, at the Spades tournament, we should say, Roulette and Whisper are performing. And for whatever reason, looks like Whisper may have read like some energy or something like that, because Roulette was definitely giving off some jealous energy a lot. I mean, when she saw her up on the pole, it's almost like she just, I don't understand, like she was just jealous. And so she takes off her shoes and does this trick, and then the dude that she was messing around with comes in, and he wants to see Whisper and wants to know if she kind of down like she is. And you can definitely see that, you know, this is irking her, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what the deal is with that, but you can definitely see that this is a story that is brewing and will probably, you know, come to a head at some point. It is the Pynk. Okay, y'all. So meanwhile, your girl Mercedes has hooked back up with the coach and Farrah, and looks like they're finally about to get their Mercedes experience going on. Now, what is interesting is that the coach's wife is definitely into Mercedes, and like I said, I feel like Mercedes is into her as well. But Mercedes is about her bag, and she is like, you know, you're not gonna mess up my bag, because, you know, Farrah is, you know, kind of filling her up, and she was like, now you're not gonna do anything to mess up my bag, because she's like, you know, the coach can't know because he might get mad. So anyway, she reassures her by what she says next, letting her know that she ain't trying to mess up her bag. So anyway, y'all, your boy Andre is making a speech as he's getting ready to take off with this whole Mayor of Chucalissa thing. And he's letting the people know who he is, what he's trying to do. And he's trying to get the endorsement of Promised Land, one of the head people, who she actually hasn't showed up yet. So he's just, you know, talking to the crowd. Meanwhile, your girl Autumn Night shows up. And of course, your boy Corbin is not happy about it. So anyway, your boy Corbin kicks Autumn out of the event, but your girl is resilient, and she is definitely not going to go down like this. Now, meanwhile, it is nice to see Diamond back at the Pynk doing his thing. Now, I know it's for the Spades tournament, and this is not an official Pynk type of situation, but this does tell me that I think Diamond will probably be back at the club full time. Now, y'all, Whisper is doing her thing, and she's dancing for that guy that asked Roulette about, you know, her doing something strange for a piece of change, sort of like what she does. And you can see Roulette just looking at them like with this look of disgust, like she's really jealous about this whole situation. Now, meanwhile, your boy Coach is putting in the work, you know what I'm saying? He trying to do his thing, trying to handle his wife and Mercedes. Only thing is, Coach figures out real soon that Mercedes and his wife have already been sleeping together. Okay, y'all. So meanwhile, your girl Roulette is heating things up with Duffy a little bit. I mean, she just real honest with him, and she like, look, I'm a hoe, and he like, I'm a hoe too. And then both of these hoes just kiss each other in the mouth very passionately. So yeah, that happened. So meanwhile, your girl Keyshawn is contemplating just killing Derek altogether. She pulls the gun out when she hears him pull up, but of course she decides against that, and she hides the gun instead. Meanwhile, your boy Teak is visiting his childhood home, is what we're going to find out. And we're also going to find out that Teak definitely has some trauma. Now, your boy Wody is talking to Lil Murda, and he mentions that Rome. Okay, y'all. So your girl Autumn gets a jump on Corbin and meets the real plug, Miss Georgia Batson, who's the head of Promised Land, and basically shoots her shot and makes her move. So we are going to see that grandmother probably more than likely has contacted COVID from Toy Old Sneezing Ass, who apparently is sick as well, who probably had COVID. Now, your boy Andre is finally going to get it on with Autumn Night. It's been a long time coming. It's about time it happened. Meanwhile, your boy Teak and Little Murda are having a moment and they're talking and they're just having fun. But it is in this moment that we find out that Big Teak has been dealing with a lot of past trauma from his childhood. And it is also in this moment when Big Teak decides to take his life. This definitely traumatizes our boy Little Murda, who then is later going to go to Uncle Cliff for comfort. Now, while this is happening, our girl Mercedes is also having something really big happen to her because Terica is going to show up and we are going to find out that Terica is pregnant. Okay, y'all, so that is what's up with the quick recap for season 2, episode 6. Now, I did try to make that as quick as possible, but there were a lot of things to unpack. Now, I will be doing a more of a full commentary in some smaller videos, so definitely look out for those. Now, guys, go ahead and start the conversation down in the comments and let me know what you think about everything that's going on, like whatever you want to talk about, because there is a lot. Until next time, peace.